I've got the friends who are single and they are constantly sharing bizarre stories and odd pickup lines from online dating. Maybe it's time to kick it old school and meet people offline. Well, join us via Zoom with some tips on how to do this, the one and only Dr. Viviana. Hello, doctor. How are you?
Hey, Claudia, and hey, all of you singles. We've got some help for you.
Yes. All right. Help. What is your number one tip for getting offline and making a connection in real life? It seems so hard to do nowadays.
It's funny because people are calling it dating in the wild,
Yeah.
I guess it does feel that way when you're offline and off the apps, which so many people are just sick of the dating apps and sick of all of the things that keep them stuck on their phones instead of possibly out there actually meeting with someone. My first tip is to join a club or group. Now, it sounds so elementary, but for a lot of people, they need to get out there doing things that they love to see if maybe they could find a person to love.
That makes perfect sense, actually. You need to put yourself out there, right? Now, how do you know when it's time to get off the apps?
For so many people, they are, I think that the number one sign that I'm seeing in my office is people who are jumping in and off. They're like, oh, I deleted it. Oh, I'm back on. Oh, I deleted it. Oh, I'm back on.
Yeah.
That's a You need to head over to social events. You need to say yes to any invitation to be out in public with others. Maybe even take a class or a workshop doing something new or something that you're really good at. Why not volunteer doing something that is good for your soul, good for your spirit, and that cheers you up, possibly with someone else who is like-minded and maybe like-hearted, which is really important.
True. Would you say people have gotten just lazier when it comes to getting out there and actually doing the work to date? Maybe somebody's shy, but why is it important to really go out there and try to meet someone in real life?
Well, you can get stuck talking to someone online indefinitely. Life is lifing, it gets in the way. So for a lot of you who are on the apps, the biggest complaint is that they're just stuck there. They're stuck in this never-ending cycle of texting and then not texting and waiting, and it's just a time sucker and an energy sucker. I think it's so important to get out there. So for a lot of you, you may have blanked out the minute that I said dating in the wild, but if you want to get all of these tips sent straight to you, just DM to Dr. Viviana the word offline, and I'm going to share all of my offline dating tips for you.
All right, that's simple. Just slide into her DMs and she'll give you those tips. But if my next question, and before I let you go, Dr. Viviana, is where are like the best places to go meet people?
I think for a lot of people who are intentional about wanting to meet someone, the dog park, or even like an indoor gym, if they're doing like climbing or pickleball is all the rage.
Yeah.
I think if you're willing to be vulnerable enough to show that you're like sweaty and gross, especially in the hot summer months, then you're probably going to be totally fine when you're all dolled up for that date night.
That's right. I love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Viviana. Always good to see you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, for more tips, hit up Dr. Viviana on Instagram. Just DM the word offline to get her dating in the wild tips. You can also get a copy of her book on her website. It's drviviana.com. Use the word COCO for 20% off.